We now have multiple time frame analysis in Square, SQ. Katie brings great lessons on a stock that we think has bottomed.
Hi, this is Katie with askSlim. This week, the cycle low timing tracker is showing both of the payment processing companies that we follow on our askSlim focus list, PayPal and Square. They are both showing in the bottom confirmed category for the weekly time frame. Now, Square is also showing up in the cycle timing box for the daily time frame. It has a shorter daily cycle than PayPal, so although the analysis is similar for both of these companies, Square is the one we're going to focus on today. This is a 10-year weekly chart of Square. We have cycle brackets on the bottom that are 19 bars in length, and these cycle brackets represent an average ideal cycle. But we have how the actual cycles shaped up outlined in black around the candlesticks. The purple vertical lines show where the cycle lows occurred, and those can easily be compared to the ideal cycle brackets to get some idea of the consistency of the cycles. Two other aspects of cycle analysis are translation and configuration. Translation can be right hand or left hand and refers to where a cycle peak occurs. This is important because it gives us information about how long a symbol has to decline before it makes a cycle low. Look at these cycles over here with right-hand translations. They only have a small amount of time for the declining phase, and then they typically decline just a small amount. On the other hand, left-hand translations, like here and here, leave a long time to decline, and those declines are then typically much greater. Now, in terms of configuration, cycles can be configured positively or negatively, and this refers to whether or not a cycle ends higher than where it began. Notice that both of these last two cycles are negatively configured. They end much lower than where they began. This one right here turned around at the intermediate major 78.6% fib, and this one at the 50% fib extension level. Left-hand translations and negative configurations often go hand in hand. Now, when we have a negatively configured cycle, the probabilities favor the subsequent cycle not being able to take out that prior cycle high, but instead perhaps getting up into the resistance zone and having trouble getting through there. This resistance zone goes from about 91.5 on the bottom up to about 113.5 on the top. We also pay attention to momentum, and on our weekly charts we use our proprietary reversal scout to show momentum. Notice how the reversal scout often turns purple shortly after a cycle peak occurs, and then it turns green again shortly after the cycle bottom. And that confirms the rising phase of the new cycle. We currently have a positive reversal scout. Switching over to the daily chart, I want you to notice these blue vertical dash lines. Those represent a period of time around the ideal cycle bottom when we would expect a cycle low to occur. We are right in that time frame now and may have made our cycle low right here when Square tagged the middle of this support zone earlier this week. Now, this cycle represents a basing cycle, which is when we get a positively configured cycle after one or more negatively configured cycles. So in this case, the probabilities favor Square being able to take out the cycle high, which is here at 76.44. Now, our targets for this next daily cycle are from about $82 to $86.33 up in the short-term target zone, with a more conservative target down here at the 61.8% fib extension level at about 78.5. The momentum on the daily chart is positive with both the reversal scout as well as the slim ribbon, which colors the candles red, gray, or green depending on momentum conditions. And our slim ribbon PO is also giving a momentum continuation signal to the upside, though we are getting a little bit of weakness coming into the market now at the time of this recording due to the GDP numbers. So our sum of the evidence approach suggests a long side bias in Square. Just be aware that earnings is coming up next week. If you'd like to learn more about cycle analysis and all our tools and services, please visit our website at askSlim.com.
Great work on that. As always, boy, that cycle low tracker is just a great tool. And Katie can give you a lot more information about that in our Discord channel.